This particular picture caught everybody's eye, didn't it? Well, literally across the world. There was, of course, a prince of the realm, Prince Harry, knocking on random doors in the middle of West London at, well, some people say in the very early hours of the morning. But as ever with the story of Harry and Meghan, these are never simply clean cut. There's a bigger story to behind that picture. And finally, I can share it with you. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you, chums. Thank you so much for joining me. And by the way, thank you. A nice, good way for you today. Well, I'm in the middle here. By the way, if you don't know, this is called Ramillies Street. And this is kind of just at the back entrance of the London Palladium, the world famous London Palladium. This is where they bring in all the big scenery and stuff like that, you know. Obviously, you can't take it through the front door. You can take it down the side door, which used to also be the stage door, but they've all changed that now. But Ramillies Street is the place. Nice and safe, hence the reason I'm here, just off Oxford Street, in case you're wondering whereabouts it is on the map and that sort of stuff. However, you know, it's always good to let everybody know. Listen, let me tell you something though. Walking up and down Oxford Street today, I have to say you do feel a sense of unease. So be very, very careful, because you just feel like the moment you're stepping away and you take your eye off the ball, something could happen. I'm here with somebody. Don't worry, they're literally just here. Right? They don't want to be on camera. A lovely man who works for the Westminster City Council, but it's always good to know, right? Now let's get back as ever to your royal story of the day. This picture created, well, a lot of controversy simply because, whether it was innocent or not, Harry got caught out, and as I told you, he's had quite a lucrative number of offers based on that. It's one of those things really that will define his image even in like 50 years time. Somebody will bring up that picture because it was so offbeat, off the ball, isn't it? It's not what you'd expect a Prince of the Realm to be doing. But, you know, clearly he was looking for his friends. Or was he? You see, let me explain the story behind this. As you now know, Harry and Meghan have decided to come up with their own fake coterie, you know, the new Montecito, whatever you want to call it. What I find fascinating about that whole thing is they had it all for free. Right? I mean, really, you know, it was all offered to them for free. And every single thing that they've done so far has cost Harry an incredible amount of money to simply replicate what they walked away from. You know, even the ridiculous from the office of Harry and Meghan logo-headed paper. It's just stupid, you know, the fact that you've got to now pay for all of this. But of course, Harry's paying heavily. Every single thing, whatever they say, is coming out of his great funding for Meghan's ludicrous as ever, the jams, the whatever. It just all going to cost big. But they believe that they can set up a new court, as it were, and I don't really buy into that. I think they're just simply trying to put themselves on an even keel. Harry has got out of the fog for a moment and realised that actually what I need is some good people around me. According to a source, when Harry was in London recently for the security court case and rambling around the streets of London looking for friends, etc., he was also trying to make contact with ex-staff employees. People had now left the royal enclosure, as it were, to see if they wanted to take a role over in Montecito, as ever, allegedly, but exclusively. Now, the idea with this, and it does make sense when you think about it, is the idea really is that Harry then would have people that knew what his former old life was. You see, the problem that you've got now with this brand new setup is everybody comes from a totally different background. It's not a royal background. They don't know how to organise tours, meetings, charities, that sort of stuff. It's all new to them. Exciting, but new. And they all come with incredibly high salaries. Do not forget that when you work for the royal household, it's normally the privilege, not necessarily the pay packet. You get the picture. So Harry, when he was over here, tried to make, as I say, contact with various people. According to a source, it wasn't particularly successful. But the other side of the coin is clearly he's got his head screwed on at the moment and looking to think exactly how he can salvage back some of the most terrible negative PR that one might suggest he's had in many a year. Either way, when he was caught out, perhaps when people were suggesting he was looking for a former chum, he may be looking for a former staff member. And that included, according to this very well-placed source, not just working staff inside their budding empire, but also security too. Wonder what that means exactly for those that are still looking after him. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.